All right, I want to thank you for coming back for another video. You guys are going to see my GT500 in the background. Also going to see the Punicorn SN95 in the background, and you're going to see some new toys sitting up on the cow because I'm running out of space. So, first modification bought for the GT500 is an Ngauge. Right now I'm just going to be hooking this up for monitoring. I want to get a Zetronic ZT2 set up to plug in the wideband and monitor air-fuel ratios. I basically just wanted to see air-fuel ratios. I want to see spark and IATs. Those are the most important things to me right now, with the car being stock. So these are the things that I want to see right now. I was able to get rid of the SCT X3 that I had in the car prior, that you saw from the prior video that I was clearing codes. I just wanted to get something updated that had a little bit more ability for data logging, etc., etc. So I went with the Lund Ngauge. Got a really good deal on this thing used, at least what I think was a good deal. It was $275 shipped for everything. I got all the mounts and cables and shit inside there. Also, if you guys have seen my prior videos on the SN95, you will see that I have a Pioneer double din SPHDA120 head unit in the SN95, which I love this thing. I don't know if you guys can see it in there or not. A lot of people don't like these. I don't know why. I don't need to play CDs. I just need it for digital. I can get CarPlay on it, so I use my navigation, plug my phone into it, Bluetooth, whatever. It's got everything I need. So I snagged another one of these. I'm familiar with the unit and I like it, so I snagged another one for the GT500. What I left out in the last video is that the GT500 is a Shaker 1000. The Shaker 1000 sounds fucking awesome in my opinion. However, because these vents, they twist, I had my phone hooked up on the passenger side vent next to the Shelby tag, and the phone was moving around in the vent on the way home. It was driving me nuts. I had it on a magnetic mount. Also, this is pre-USB, so there's just an aux connector. That shit is not going to fly. So first thing I said I was going to do was a double din in this car. So we got the double din. First thing we're going to do is hook up the Ngauge. I already fired it up just to make sure it worked. So sorry I didn't do an official unboxing for you guys, not like you guys care. But we're going to go ahead and plug in the Ngauge. Basically all I'm going to do is pop out this vent here, I think, and plug that off and just stick the Ngauge right in there and just leave that permanently attached to that. I am also going to order a mounting kit and wiring harness to throw this in. I'll probably do this next week because I also have an MGW Gen 2 shifter setup coming in. So I got that for $275 used, shipped, good deal I think. I got this for $180 shipped, great fucking deal. And I got an MGW Gen 2 brand new in the box for $360 shipped. So I'm going to get those two in at the same time since I already got to pull out the center panel to do that. And then next thing we need to address is these wheels and tires. I know some of you guys like these 20s, these Shelby 20s. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it's a fucking donk on these wheels. It does look pretty good. But these are NT555 Gen 2s or whatever the fuck they call them. These are not going to do anything in any kind of weather, in any kind of boost. So I got to get rid of these. So you'll see I actually have a fifth one over here. It just has this different center cap. But I mean, the tires are brand new. The wheels have a little bit of curb rash and spots like that. I'm going to see what I can get for them. If people are trying to get them for free, then I'll just keep them for a backup set. And I'm going to try and get a set of welds or maybe Ford Stars or something like that, and throw some drag radials on the car. Car felt naked without my PM Performance sticker, so I went ahead and threw one on each side. Other than that, I haven't been doing too much. I'm getting ready to order the side stripes. I think it kind of looks clean without them, but I think it looks bare without them. So I do want to go ahead and get the side stripes in. Car is stock, so I don't want to open up the hood yet. I'm sticking to this 10,000 views and 1,000 subscribers until I tell you guys anything about the car. Other than that, pretty straightforward. We're going to go ahead and pop in the Ngauge. As you guys can see, space is tight, so I don't know how long the Punicorn is going to be staying here for. We got a little bit more space on the GT500, which is good. This is going to be a fucking problem. Somebody's going to scratch this car. I can pretty much guarantee it. I angled a little bit so we can get through to take out the recycling that's there, but it's a little tighter fit than I thought it was going to be. So that is the update for now. We'll go ahead and get the Ngauge in, get it fired up, and we'll look through it and set up some of the parameters. Alright, so we're going to pop out this vent. From what I understand, all you do is open up the vent, press all the way in on both sides and jiggle it, and it should pop out just like that. So there's these two clips that pop that out. Alright, so once you get that spinny ring out, there's another ring on the inside of here. I believe there is a spot where you can pry very gently to get this inner clip out. So those were a little bit of a bitch. There's a clip there, and clip there. You have to kind of deep pull those outward while you're shimmying out on this to pull out that entire vent cup. Now that entire vent cup is out. Now the Ngauge should fit in that area. So that fits nice and flush in there. Just got to find something to hold that in. I was talking to one of my buddies and he said he had some kind of mount for the backside to stick that in there, or something around the edges to get it to sit in there. So I'm going to have to double check and see what we can figure out. Alright, so I talked to a friend with an S197 and he said that that gauge fits in that passenger or the driver's side vent perfectly. I just found out that he has a 2011 to 2014 car where the vents are a little bit different. The vents are not the spinny vents like I have. So basically what happens is when you go to put the Ngauge in here, while the Ngauge will fit, it is pretty loose, and I don't know how I feel about the look of it. I could probably take a couple rings of 3M tape around there and get it to sit in there. I'm not sure how I feel about the looks yet. Yes, it has a ring around it. I'm just not sure what I'm going to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to get too much reflection off of that. So I may just put it up on the windshield mount and mount it up there. Undecided yet. So I may throw a little bit of 3M tape on that, see what it looks like, and go from there and update. Alright, I just think it's going to look better being up on the windshield. So I routed the cable down through back behind the pillar wires and down through below the fuse box. So all you do is plug this into the OBD2 port and we'll get the wires tucked up and we'll get this thing fired up. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pop this vent back in. It should pressure fit in and get full use of the vent again. And we'll get the cable up through to the Ngauge. We're going to power up the Ngauge. Hopefully here. Alright, you can see the Lund Racing logo and connecting the vehicle. And you can see we got our data. Alright, so one thing I found with this is the touchscreen on this thing sucks absolute donkey balls. I'm going to need to see if I can find some kind of directions to see if I can adjust the touch input. It just seems like this thing is really far off. It just took me 15 minutes to set up a couple of the controls. So basically all I set up just to fuck around with this is ambient air temperature, IAT2, the coolant temperature, and total spark. So I have it on the 4-column display for now. That's a 6-column display. You do a round gauge pod, whatever it's set up to, fuel trims or something, or EGR. See what other options we have. We can set up the LEDs up top, which I'm not going to fuck with that yet. And I'm probably going to keep it on the quad display until I get the wideband in it. Go ahead and exit the gauges. I try to go into the option of diagnostics. We can see if you go into read codes and key is on, and you're going to see no DTCs right now. I don't know what I just clicked, but again, some of these button settings just don't seem right. Mode, reset settings, gauge logging. Alright, so I'm not seeing anything to actually set up the touch display. You can set up the ZT2, which we can see is already in there as an option. Device info, we see the info on the device, firmware version, BIOS, voltage, blah blah blah. Again, I wasn't seeing anything for the touch input, so we're gonna have to fuck around with this a little bit more. Sorry this wasn't a little bit more exciting. I thought that it was gonna fit in that vent a little bit better, so we're just gonna have to deal with it the way that it is. I'll go ahead and get another updated video when we do the shifter install and when we do the radio install and whatever we have next. So we'll catch you guys on the next one.